homemade pasta sauce. Every Sunday my family would get together for dinner. We had everything from pasta, lasagna, meatballs, and stewed beef to chicken, cutlet parmesan, manicotti, and shrimp scampi. The pasta sauce seemed to be the heart and soul of the meal. The sauce was the most talked about and criticized. Growing up in New York and being Italian, I couldn't get away with not learning the tradition passed on from generation to generation. This tradition is the making of a homemade pasta sauce. This is a recipe I have adapted and one that will be passed on to my children as well. Good appetite. I started out by gathering all of my ingredients and prepared them as specified. 3 pounds Roma tomatoes, 1 large sweet onion, diced, very small, 1 bowl of garlic, minced, 1 can of tomato paste, opened, 1 cup Cabernet or Burgundy wine, 1/4 cup extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon sugar, 2 tablespoons fresh thyme, chopped fine, 2 tablespoons fresh oregano, chopped fine, 2 tablespoons fresh parsley, chopped fine, 1 bay leaf, 8 to 10 fresh basil leaves, 3 to 6 hot Italian sausage links. Insert small slits in each link, salt and pepper to taste, and 1 cup water. To prepare the tomatoes, I first boil 3/4 of a pot of water in a 5-quart saucepan. I also fill a large bowl with ice and place it back into the freezer until needed. While waiting for the pot to boil, I prepare the tomatoes. I simply cut the core out of the tomato. Slice an X on the tip of the opposite side and place each one of the tomatoes back into the large bowl. I then carefully submerge about 5 tomatoes into the boiling water at one time. When the skins start to curl and turn orange, using a slotted spoon, I remove the tomatoes from the boiling water and place them directly into the bowl of ice. I then fill the bowl of ice with water to ensure the tomatoes will cool down quickly. After completing this step, I simply peel the skins off and squeeze the tomatoes over a small screened colander placed inside a large bowl. The idea is to crush the tomatoes and separate the juice and the flesh from the seeds. As I squeeze each tomato, I place them in the bowl underneath the colander until I am finished. I now have the tomatoes prepared and I am ready to proceed. I discard the water from the saucepan and return the saucepan to the burner. I set the burner to a medium-high heat. I add the olive oil and onion. I saute the onion until it's translucent. I then add the garlic and saute for about a minute while stirring constantly. I don't want to burn the garlic, and yes, it does burn quickly. Next, I add the tomato paste and red wine. I let the sauce bubble a little and add water as needed. To this, I add the crushed tomatoes, sugar, thyme, oregano, salt, and pepper. Once the sauce comes up to a boil, I add a pinch of baking soda and lower the temperature of the burner to medium-low. I skim off the foam on the top layer. This is a trick that I learned along the way to remove the acid from the sauce. I add my Italian sausage and let the sauce simmer for at least 2 hours while stirring occasionally. Finally, when I feel the sauce is reduced enough and the color is a rich red, I add the basil and the parsley. I let the sauce simmer for about another 10 minutes before I serve it. This recipe takes about a half hour to prepare. After church, it brought my family together, each member having a small part in the preparation of the sauce. Most of my favorite memories were created in the kitchen, and usually with a homemade pasta sauce not too far away.
I know, I'm just trying to get a good angle right here.